right, good day, and welcome back to the channel. So today's reading, you guys, today's reading is for Cancer. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. Go ahead and hit like, comment, subscribe. Tap the notification bell so you can know when I will be uploading to this channel. Also, if you are interested in receiving personal readings or becoming a Patreon, the link is in the description below. Also, on Patreon, we have what is called the Anonymous Corner. This is where we divulge and talk about all things spiritual. There's also a mentorship program on Patreon, so be sure to check that out as well. So we are going to dive into your transformational reading. Okay, and so with this transformational reading, we're going to discuss it in a different manner. So we're going to talk about, past challenges, okay, past challenges that you've had. We're also going to discuss present challenges and how to overcome these things in the future. Okay, so let's just begin. Okay, so with your past challenges that I'm seeing here, we have the radical honesty. Okay, with the radical honesty and trusting the trickster. Okay, my nails, y'all. Trusting the trickster. So with the radical honesty, you guys, what source is wanting to convey here is like you see a lot of things happening, and you want to be the one to just jump in there and be like, oh no, you shouldn't do it that way, this is the way that you do it. And sometimes when you do that, it comes off like you're unapproachable, all right, or it comes off forceful, like you're trying to get people to do what you want them to do, all right. And although like you mean it from a good place, to them is a little bit too brutal and a little bit too forward. So in the past, it looks like you've had issues with, pretty much, telling people what to do, but in a way that it wasn't well received. And so although this is something of your past, this is something that you definitely need to be paying attention to, because what source is saying is like you're not nobody's boss. All right, you're not nobody's boss, and that's how people perceive it. All right, and so moving forward, when you start seeing this energy resurface, then just know how to go about it. Try to deliver the same message, but from a place that it will be received. And I'm not saying to sugarcoat anything, all right. And it's well understood that the reason why you did this, because you don't want to see people getting played. You see people out here that are pretty much frauds, and you like, oh man, I don't want these people to get played by no fraud, and I don't want to see these people keep going through these same cycles. But at the same time, that's not how they were taking it. So that past energy, that radical honesty, is just, you can be honest, but just be mindful of your honesty. And I'm not saying to sugarcoat your honesty. I'm just saying, just don't be so forceful with the information that you're trying to convey. Next, we have this trusting the trickster. So what this is telling me, your numerology for that one is 18. And your numerology for this one is 6. So trusting this trickster. So in the past, it was like, you trusted a lot of people, and these people played you. All right. These people played you. They used your kindness for weakness. They was like, they was, you thought these people were your friends. You thought these people were some, people that you can trust. And you gave them your all. And this could have been friendships, relationships, anything, family. And these people played you. All right. And so what you want to do, you want to be mindful of that energy in the future. All right. Because you're not far removed from this energy. Okay. You're not far removed from this energy. And what source is telling you is not to be gullible. Do not be gullible, because the closer you get to your destination, the more these energies are going to resurface. And they're resurfacing because they're trying to see, like, how much have you grown? They want to test the waters. So you need to be mindful of these leeching, trickery type of energies. Okay, so do not let these energies resurface. Do not let these energies gain more power over you, gain your trust. The only way that they can have your trust is if you give it to them. So this is a time for you to put all feelings aside and use your logic when it comes to this type of energy. Okay, so what's going on in the moment? Right now in the moment, you're in a transition. Number 37 is the numerology for that card. You're in a transition, all right? And so it's saying that you got all of these resources that you need to cross whatever bridge that might come up on your path. So you probably feeling like, oh, I need more, I need more, I need more. Source is like, no, stop saying that. You don't need anything else. You have everything in your possession that you need in order to move forward in this journey. So if you, whatever obstacle that occurred, you already got it in your tool bag. You already know how to handle it. So they like, what are you doing? Why are you sitting still? All right. So use what they have given you and go ahead and begin to cross that bridge, because they're saying that you have all of the resources that you are needing here. All right. So you got all them resources. There's no point of you, there's no point of you, stopping. Okay. There's no point of you stopping. It's a matter of you continuing to move forward because you already have everything at your disposal. And what do you think you need this type of credential, you need to have this type of person, or you need to have this type of thing? It's like, nah, you don't need none of that. That seems like a universal energy right there. Misalignment. Okay, so this is the piercing one right here. And what Source is trying to convey, number 17. What Source is trying to convey with this message right here, with this misalignment. Things are going to start happening when all of the things that are needing to happen on your end are complete. So when you start working on all of the things that you know for a fact are out of alignment, then the miracles will begin to fall into place. All right, so if things are challenging right now, that means that some aspects of your life are not going in the same direction as you. So say for example, like you see right here, you're transitioning on this card, and you've done everything. You do your meditation, you do your practices, you do all the good stuff that you're supposed to do. But yet you still have old associations that Source has already told you to let go of. Or you're still trying to do the old mundane thing that Source told you not to do anymore. The reason why there's nothing prospering from those things is because you're misaligned. The moment you began to, pay attention to the messages that you're receiving and begin to walk in the space that you're supposed to walk in and step into the calling that you're supposed to completely be in, then you start receiving all those blessings, and there will be no lack in your department. All right. So the overall thing is for you to continue to align. Okay. Next we have something that's going to be needing to be done in the future. All right. So this is number 10. This says assistance with access. So Cancer, You know enough, but you don't know it all. There's going to be a time where you are going to have to ask in order to receive. So if you don't have that relationship with your team, your guides, source, it's time to establish it. It's time to get it going. If you don't have all the things that you are needing as far as intuitive development, this is the perfect opportunity for you to begin to seek that. All right. And so don't go back into the old energy of, oh, I ain't asking nobody for nothing. All right. Because that is a prideful energy. Okay. And so you don't want the pride to set in and you never get what it is that you are in need of, because your pride is preventing you from asking the questions that you need to ask. Okay? So whatever it is that you are in need of, or whatever it is that you are in desire of, just ask for it. Like, y'all already know, you ask and then you'll receive it, right? So just ask for it. Whenever you need help, whenever you need to access a deeper part of yourself, just it's time to really get into that deep work, and don't be ashamed to ask your guides. And that's just for those of you that doesn't have that connection, because this does not feel like a universal energy. This just feels like an energy that some people are still stuck with. Strength and vulnerability. Strength of vulnerability. So this is number 4. So this card right here. The moment that you stop looking at your vulnerability as a weakness, as a way for someone to come in and trick you or hurt you, the moment you'll begin to really own your real power. Vulnerability has been seen as a weakness by many people, but the vulnerable side of yourself is where you make the connections. It's where the connections happen. People need to know your story in order to connect with it. And so this is the space that you're supposed to be in. And once you begin to make that connection with those people, and people could feel why you're doing this, and people could understand, why this is your passion, and people could connect with what happened to you, that is where whatever is perceived as a weakness will become your true power. Okay? So your strength is going to be found in your vulnerability. And everybody is going to see that. Okay? So, and I ain't talking about going out there and just faking being vulnerable either. Because some people go out there and just start telling all their business for no reason. I'm not saying that. That's not what Spirit is saying. Spirit is saying own that part of yourself. Own that shameful part of yourself that was supposed to provide shame. And once you own that, then you begin to find your strength. Alright? Then you begin to find your strength. But a lot of people probably gonna think that means to just go start sharing all these sad stories. That ain't what they talking about. That's on the 3D doing it like that. You know what they talking about. Your strength is in your vulnerability. So definitely you are going to begin to feel this sense of contentment here soon. All right, that alignment and that vulnerability is the only thing that's stopping you. If you're concerned about criticism, don't concern yourself with that. Do not concern yourself with criticism, and don't criticize yourself so hard. You're telling yourself things that's not true about you. So don't criticize yourself so hard. Set your intentions. And then you're going to see a lot of these intentions that you set manifest. 9 and 6, y'all. You're going to see a lot of the things that you set for yourself begin to manifest. And then you'll notice that you're going to come up out of these cycles. And for those of you that don't, this is a 2. And for those of you that don't, you'll see yourself repeating the cycles. Okay? So you really got 2 options. You really got 2 options. If you want to experience this ecstasy, you just cannot criticize yourself. You have to let go. You have to let go of your criticisms. You have to let go of the negative things that you're telling yourself that is not true. You have to let that go. And then you won't repeat these cycles. You have to be vulnerable. And that's where your true strength is going to come from. Okay? Let's see what else Spirit has for Cancer. What else does Spirit have for Cancer? Okay. So, just, again, gently and softly. You don't have to be so assertive. You don't have to be so abrasive. You don't have to be any of that. Just do it gently and be soft with it. You receive these downloads, you move in it with grace. Don't worry about any of that other stuff. Okay? Be easy on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Alright? This big bold vision is going to come to life. Okay? Your big bold vision is coming to life. You have to see it coming forth. You have to see it coming forth. Here we have 20 and 15. And you have to trust yourself. Inner trust. Okay? So inner trust. Why is it that Source saying that you got all of this going on? You have everything that you need. And you're still holding on to these past energies. Thinking that somebody gonna play you. Thinking that people gonna come in and try to abuse you and use you. Thinking with your trauma brain. Okay? They see the vision before you. You see the vision before you. You've already had the download of the vision. Your pineal gland is open. Right? But yet you don't trust yourself. So there's going to have to be a certain level of trust here. Source, what is Cancer? What is Cancer looking to here? I want to pull a healing card for you guys. You guys are the first ones that I revamped the readings on. Really going to move away from these decks and just begin to do the intuitive readings for you guys where we don't even have decks. We just go with the energy. Pay attention to the signs. So there's like a lot of things in front of you. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things in front of you that they're really wanting you to pay attention to. You got to stop overlooking it. Okay? The people that are not supposed to be there, then let them go. Block their numbers. Don't talk to them. Don't communicate with them. Don't give them your energy. Okay? If you have to keep a communication with these people for you know you gotta pay child support or something like that, or you gotta co-parent, keep it about the kids. Anything outside of that, you should not communicate with them. Pay attention to the signs. These energies, these trickster energies are lurking, trying to get back in and misalign you. All right? If it's an ex that's trying to get back in, don't let them in. If you ain't dealt with a person in decades, why are you still talking to them? Okay? If you got friends that Spirit said cut off, cut them off. You have to make room for what's next. And if you're holding on to things of the past, you cannot make room for anything of the future. Let it go. Family and tribes. Lots of issues surrounding this. Still some root issues surrounding family and tribe. Listen. Get into a space where this issue of your family does not trigger you. Get into a space where the issues of your friends do not trigger you. If you're still vibrating in that low frequency, even giving it attention is vibrating in the frequency, honey. All right? Gotta let it go. Gotta get to a healing space. And that hole in your soul is still there. It's still there. Why? Why are you still dealing with this? Why are we revisiting this, Cancer? Why is this void still there, Cancer? I thought we had got past this. So what are we doing? And this not even necessarily the full picture. This is just the thoughts keep coming up. And the thoughts are having the same triggering response. And you're sad and you're doing all this stuff. Don't let this stuff bother you. We got to get beyond this. Okay? We have to get beyond this. I was going on to pull a healing card, and then I got moved to pull even more. So we're going to go ahead and go right here. And then if you want the extended version of this reading, you'll have to meet us over there on Patreon. And then you'll be able to receive the extended version of this reading. I hope this reading is resonant. If it is, just drop me an emoji or drop me a comment. It's a lot to take in with these new... with this new energy that I'm feeling here. Okay? What is this? What am I seeing? Yeah, they want you to ground yourself, Cancer. 15. Just ground yourself. Get out to yourself. Ground yourself. That's how you're going to get through a lot of all of this stuff. Just really grounding yourself. And not just saying you grounding yourself, but actually grounding yourself. Sit down. You know, one thing I noticed was my problem as a Cancer, I couldn't be still. And I ain't got no choice but to be still sometimes. So just be still, ground yourself, center yourself, get alive, reflect on life, reflect on where you gotta go, pour into yourself, replenish yourself, then you'll be able to replenish others. So that's pretty much it. That's number 15, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this reading. If you did, shoot me a thumbs up. If you want the extended version of this reading, you can find it on Patreon, and I'll holler at you.